Hey, what's up? I'm taking you through a 15-minute fat burner workout. We're doing circuit style. You're gonna see these movements right up here. We are going through 15 different movements, 45 to 50 seconds devoted to each, a quick turnaround to get into the next minute. We're doing this HIIT style so that you are torching calories, building muscle, and getting it all done in 15 minutes. Let's go. Before we get started, I just want to make sure you have all of your items. Today we're going to be using lighter sets of dumbbells, so anything that's 3, 5, 8, 10 pounds, maybe even 15. And if you don't have those, feel free to sub out and get creative with cans of soup, water bottles, really anything that has some weight that you can be holding on to. We've also got an area where we're gonna be jumping rope. I'm gonna show you how to do that with these fancy little nunchuck tools that are really all the rage right now. They're fun and they help you jump rope wherever you are. And then lastly, make sure you have a timer. We have one on screen, but if you are doing this, if you've memorized this and you're doing it on your own, make sure you have a timer so that you are doing 15 minutes of work. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, I'm ready to get started. I've got my timer off camera going right here, and we are going to be kicking it off with jump rope. So I'm using these nunchucks. These have little balls on the end, and they're gonna help me get the coordination for jumping rope. This is a really good beginner step. We are getting started right now. So you can also do this workout starting the first minute without any jump rope at all, without these handles or without a jump rope, and simply just mimicking the way that your arms would move in synchronicity with your feet. I love jump rope to get warmed up. Getting some calf burn, ankle burn, getting my heart rate up. All right, so we're going for about 10 more seconds here. Here we go. Gonna have to replace my hairband. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So my ankles are a little bit warmer now. I'm just gonna throw those off to the side. We are getting ready to start our prisoner side lunges. So you want enough room to reach out with your leg, hinge over, and come down into this lunge. Now I call it a prisoner side lunge because you're gonna see that my hands are behind my head and I'm bringing my elbows out nice and wide. This is gonna help me warm up my upper back, stretch out my chest. This top form is recognizable from a prisoner squat. We're just switching things up a little bit with a single leg movement. So continue to do this one for about 10 more seconds here, and then we'll have a little break before we switch sides. If you were to watch me from the side, you'd see I'm sitting back into my glute. My shin is pretty much vertical. All right, this is HIIT, so we are spending about 10 to 15 seconds to get ready for the next one. Our heart rate will come slightly down, and then we're gonna bring it right back up. Here we go, other side. Doing that prisoner form up top with our hands behind our head. I even try to squeeze my back so hard that I can't see my elbows in my peripheral. That's really good to stretch out your chest and get your posture right for the day. Again, when I come to the bottom, I'm really pushing off my heel, feeling that in my hamstrings and my glutes. It's a good burner. Here we go, we're almost there. And then we're gonna be moving on to our fourth movement. Here we go, about 10 more seconds. Of course, I'm talking. You guys should be breathing and maybe grabbing a sip of water. Here we go, last one. Okay, we've knocked out number 3. Going into number 4, feel free to grab onto something that's gonna be challenging. I'm gonna show you this 1 1/4 goblet squat. Coming down and adding a 1/4 rep at the bottom. Notice I am not bouncing. I am just coming down, squeezing, holding, coming down, squeezing to the top. This is so effective and such a great way to add that burn to the booty. Here we go. Never bouncing. We want control, muscle over momentum. Keeping my chest proud. Here we go. Just a few more seconds here, about 5 left. Here we go. Last 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Over time, use a heavier weight for that goblet squat. And now we're moving into Russian twist. So a lot of us have done this on the floor in somewhat of a sit-up position, but we're gonna stand today holding some weights. You're gonna keep your lower body planted. I'm even squeezing my glutes, and I'm twisting from my obliques. Standing really adds another level to your core, to your midsection. Again, you can use cans here, water bottles if you do not have weights. Whoo! Here we go. We've got about 15 more seconds, and then we'll have a break before we get into the next movement. Are we breathing? I'm using muscle over momentum. There we go. Next movement, we're going into our curtsy lunges. Again, we're doing one leg at a time. We're gonna take one leg behind and come down. Think about the knee that's coming backwards, almost touching the floor behind your forward foot. Now with this exercise, you can definitely level it up. Hold on to dumbbells, wear a backpack, whatever feels good for you. Again, we're challenging our glutes and then our largest muscles in our body that are in our legs here. Whew. Anytime I'm doing a single leg exercise, I like to start with my least dominant side so that I'm really challenging my balance and building my strength before I'm really tired. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna switch. Again, 10 to 15 seconds, grab a drink of water, get set up, and here we go. Curtsy lunge. Being very proper. As I sit back into my glute, I'm still trying to keep my shins fairly vertical. And my non-working leg, the knee there is going almost to the floor, right behind the heel of my working leg. This is my right side. I'm typically a lot stronger and more balanced with my right side, so that's why I do it second. And then we'll be moving on past the legs. Got about 15 more seconds here, less than that. We're almost done. Again, track what weight you're using now. If nothing, that's gonna be easy to progress for next time. Here we go, last one. Whoo! Okay, bicep hold hip hinges. These are a lot harder than they look as far as the bicep hold. So maybe using a little bit less weight. What we're gonna do is come up into that bicep hold and do a hip hinge. This is the hip movement associated with like a deadlift. Whoo! And holding something here for your biceps is gonna challenge, especially right here. Gravity is pulling my arms down and they just wanna fall. But I'm using my biceps to really keep those weights close to my chest. Now, these dumbbells are not adding a lot of work for my glutes, but this is getting me some good practice with the movement pattern. Deadlifts confuse so many people. Give me a shout in the comments section if you're confused about deadlifts. Here we go. Thinking I'm gonna close a car door with my high knee, push it back, and then squeeze to come up. Let me check the time here. There we go. Oh, we're after time. Did a few extra there. We're gonna go into scat push-ups. Notice we were working our lower body, a little bit of upper body. Now we're gonna come into core and upper body. So instead of going down into a push-up, I'm gonna let my scapula kind of retract and then protract. We're letting it sink down and then squeeze up. Now I'm keeping my core engaged. My triceps are working to keep my arms straight, but I'm working some small muscle fibers in my upper back that are gonna help pull my shoulder blades in and help me give really good posture. Here we go. These scap push-ups are a lot harder than they look. Whew, what do we got next? We're gonna stay on the ground for a single leg glute bridge. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming down, I am gonna add a little bit here, a single leg glute bridge. We are gonna come onto our back and we are gonna plant one foot. I'm adding a little extra for my triceps here, and we are gonna bring our glute down and press up. Come down, press up. Again, you do not need to do this with your upper body. This is just a little extra burn if you're down for it. But we're gonna be challenging our largest muscle group, that is our glutes, and a little bit of hamstrings. And with this extra upper body aspect, we're hitting triceps. Here we go. Whew, about 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna switch. Again, you see I'm starting with my left leg, which means that's my least strong and stable. And now I'm gonna switch over to my right. When I place my foot, I'm putting it in the center of my body and not out shoulder width. Let's go again. Here we go. Glutes down, squeeze to come up. Arms down, squeeze the backs of your arms to extend. This does challenge your coordination as well. Whew, and if you ever need to omit the upper body, that's a-okay. So this is a single leg glute bridge with a little bit of core upper body focus. Really squeeze at the top. That's where your glute is working the very hardest in this movement. Here we go. About 10 more seconds here. Over time, if you repeat this workout, you can also count out how many reps you're getting and make sure that you're getting the same on each side. There we go, last one. Next up, V-sit with shoulder press. Now this one has lots of modifications, but we wanna have something light for a shoulder press overhead, and then our legs. A true V-sit, this is how this movement would look. But I know that we're not all quite here yet, so feel free. Set your legs down, set your feet on the floor. You can even extend them out. If you want, you can also keep them up, but keep your knees bent. A way to make this harder is to keep them extended and do one arm at a time, because that's gonna encourage your core to keep you stable. Whew. Or again, you can be pressing bilaterally simultaneously. Whoo, Nelly. Let's see here, about 5 more seconds here. Whew. 3, 2, last one. Oblique toe taps. Coming down to the floor. Again, there's a few ways to modify, make this easier or harder. Lying back, we're gonna bring our shoulder blades up a little bit and use our top abs and our obliques to twist and touch our feet. We can make it harder by bringing our feet out more. We might not touch them, but we'll have to reach a little bit further. Or we can make it easier by bringing our feet to our hiney. Woo! Again, think muscle over momentum, not just swinging, but using the corners of your tummy. Woo! And then we're gonna keep it core focused after this, about 10 more seconds here. Woo! Sorry, I'm screaming right into the mic, huh? Last one. Oh, that one's a lot harder than it looks. Last one is dead bug. Before our cool down, we're gonna be laying down and we are going to, let me figure this one out. Be holding this right here. So think about that tricep extension and then leaving it right there to just extend one leg at a time. A typical dead bug, you're gonna be holding on to like a resistance band with your hands and pulling towards your knees. But right now, I'm just stabilizing with these dumbbells, and that's challenging my core to really stay tight when I extend one leg at a time. I'm pressing my lower back into the mat and trying to stay really tight in my engaged core. Here we go. Oh, about 5 more seconds here. And then we do our minute of cool down. You've got it. Tell yourself you can. Woo! There we go. Let's go ahead. Come on up to standing and move it out a little bit. So here, we're just bringing our heart rate down. I want you to take your steps side to side, thinking about pressing out with the sides of your glutes. So we're just taking our heart rate down. And while we're doing this, bring your arm across your chest. So many of us aren't stretching, so I wanted to make sure our last minute, we're at least doing a little bit of light stretching here. Take your arm over your head. We did a lot of tricep work there. And then lastly, to really round it out, we're just gonna take our legs out wide, nice and straight. High knee to the wall behind us, and let yourself hang a little bit. Sway side to side. Thank your body for all of its hard work. And then go get some protein, some fruit, and some water, because your muscles will need it. You just finished a 15-minute HIIT exercise. Make sure you come back, you challenge yourself with extra weight. Maybe you throw in a real jump rope, and just continue to strive to see 1% better every time you repeat this workout. Until next time, make sure that you're thinking different to drink different, or never again. And we're here to help you get fit while you cut back or quit.